Now, if you take a small look around our society, you're going to see that social skills are actually a big problem with our society. Now, this thing, social media, was supposed to actually improve the communication between people, yet we see more distance than ever. And you can feel extremely hopeless as a teen if you want to build a nice community of healthy people around you. Because firstly, a lot of teens are actually not healthy. The general standard right now is people smoke weed, go to parties, do a lot of things that you shouldn't be doing as a teen. So it's really kind of hard to find a nice friend group that is actually healthy and optimized for growth of every single person in it. But if you listen to the things that I'm going to tell you today, these next 5 steps, I think you should be able to attract these people that you actually want in your life. Well, to your life. Now, you have probably heard something about this, but I think this is one of the most important things that we can learn if we want to develop our social skills. It's actually becoming a good listener. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into the brain, so into this psychology of the human mind, we can see that we as humans, we don't really want to listen to other people. Our core desire is to actually talk more about ourselves than to listen to other people. And when you understand that the person that you're talking with also has the same desire, if you want them to actually like you, if you want to have a nice communication with them, you just need to shut up and listen to them. You can do this by asking multiple questions that are actually about them and kind of make them feel fine with talking about themselves to you. You need to have this kind of comforting atmosphere so they can actually speak more. Because the more that they speak, the more that you will be able to listen and to later pinpoint some things that they said, and that will make them kind of like you a lot more because, hey, you remember what I talked about. You listened to me. And that's a really rare thing for humans to do now, which is simply listening to other humans. Even though it might seem so simple, it's a thing that our society is missing. Now, the second tip I learned from this book that's named How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I speak a lot about this book, but it's one of my favorite books that I have ever read, and you will have an Amazon link down below if you want to purchase it. But it's actually remembering their names. If you just meet a person, try and actually remember their name and use it a lot when you speak to them. Let's say instead of saying, hey, how are you? Say, maybe his name is, or her name is like, maybe Sarah or something like that. So you would say, hey, how are you, Sarah? I think it's really important because they kind of feel this importance that you remember their name. It's a thing that was given to them at their birth. That is, generally speaking, one of the things that describe them the most, their name. So I think if you get the time of your day to actually remember it, you will gain a lot of their respect. Now, this third step you probably heard a lot about, but not actually linked to social skills. It's actually to smile more. A lot of these self-help YouTubers, self-help gurus say to you that you should just smile and that your depression will go away. It's not that simple. If you actually want to fix your depression, you can watch my full guide right here. It's one of my best videos I have ever made. So I'd highly appreciate if you watch that video. I think it will help you a lot. But why should we smile more? Simply, it's making again that comforting atmosphere. Because when you approach someone, let's say you want to approach a cute girl on the street, when you approach her, you don't want to be like this. She will feel like you're intruding her place. So you need to smile more. You need to seem like you actually are a happy person, like you are comforting. You are someone who actually knows what to speak about, how to speak about, and not as someone who is rude. That's why we need to smile more, especially when we meet new people. It's simply, like I said, comforting and making that comfortable atmosphere when you're speaking to them. Now listen to me, this might not make sense, but I think it works like a charm. It's actually valuing your time a little bit more. You don't want to throw out your time randomly. Trust me, because it's simple. It's simple, like as in business also. You know what about scarcity? So the less something is made, the more the demand will be there for it. So the less time you give to people, the less time that you actually throw around, the more they will feel like they should talk to you more. They will feel like, hey, we haven't talked in a long time, let's organize something, and they will come to you. Now this won't work if you're just starting off, if you don't have any friends, and if you really don't have anybody interested. So firstly, I would recommend you hit these 3 first steps and then eventually come back to this. For this last thing, we actually have something that I have been using since I was younger and actually figured it out at an even earlier age. And it's actually an ability to make people feel better about themselves. When you speak to someone, you want to actually compliment them and make them feel better about themselves, because at the end of the day, we all strive for this form of acceptance, for this sense of praise. We all want to have it in our life, and we all want to be appreciated. So if you can make the person that you're speaking to feel important and actually feel like they are worth and they are good enough, they will respect you. They will actually want to hang out with you, even though this might seem awful, even though you maybe not even mean it. Try. I know it might be a little bit manipulative if you don't mean it, but you should speak. You should actually want the best from people, and you want to kind of make them proud of what they have achieved. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value in it, and I hope you are actually going to use some of these steps. If you enjoyed it, I would highly appreciate you click the subscribe button, the like button, and also on the bell, and maybe even drop me a comment. That was pretty much it for this one. If you're into some of my other content, you can click and watch my best video right here. That's pretty much it. Fate be the reason, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.